Welcome back. This is day 9 of the 21-day abundance challenge to raise your vibration. So today we're going to be talking about appreciation. And I want you to think about this appreciation for yourself and for your world, right? For the world that we live in, the things that are working. So we have a tendency to look at what isn't working. We have a tendency to put our focus on the things that we want to create or the things that we want to manifest, which is what we're doing in the challenge. And those are great. It's great for us to have goals. It's great for us to have ambition and, to have something that we are striving toward. But we have to remember that really, truly, our happiness is in the present moment. And if we're always reaching for what is out there, we forget to enjoy the moment right now today. So, this is something I channeled also in my book, and my guides talked about appreciation and what a high vibration appreciation really is and how important it is for us to do this. So there's two steps for this today. It is the one of you appreciating how far you have come in your journey, how many things that you have accomplished in your lifetime up to this point, things that you didn't think you could do, and the challenges that you have been through. Really take some time to think about those things and write them down, write them on paper. Give yourself credit for how much you have accomplished. The little things, the big things. It's like you have been through a lot to get here. And yes, there is, it's life. We're always going to be moving and striving and doing things to better ourselves. That's what we're always looking to achieve, right? Is to do more. It's always about doing more. And today I want you to take a minute and just step back and think about today and being in this moment and let yourself be in this moment today and say, you know what? I really have done a lot. I really have come a long way. I have accomplished a lot and I'm proud of myself. So I want you to be thinking about that, of being proud of yourself. And instead of the things that aren't working, I want you to look at the things that are working. I want you to take time today to write down everything that you can think of that is working in your life. And and I mean everything, okay? Because when we do that, this is a practice that a lot of people will, spiritual teachers and leaders will talk about doing this every night, right? Is being writing down things about to be grateful for and to be in gratitude of. And that is something we'll talk about more in the challenge, but appreciating how far you have come on your journey and how many things that you have accomplished or done is it's so tremendously huge because it gets you into that space of I can do this and I am proud of myself, and that's a very high vibration. So as you do that today, looking at all of the things that have made you who you are and how you have gotten to this place today. It's great that you have more ambitions and you have more goals and you have things that you really want to achieve. But today, take the time to really look at and say to yourself, I am so proud of you. Say to yourself, I am so proud of you. You've done an amazing job. Take your hands and put them on your heart chakra and be like, yeah, you know what? You're amazing. You're wonderful. I appreciate you. And think about, you can think about too, like the people in your life that you're grateful for, that you're appreciative of. But today's more about looking at you and being aware of, how our lives, they twist and turn, right? And there are things that we don't expect to happen, and life takes us down paths that we didn't see. And how have you maneuvered that? How have you overcome those obstacles that have come in your way? Those are all part of our life lessons and our life experience. And it's brought you to today. And there's always room for improvement. But today, take a minute to be like, you know what? Because when we're always trying to push ourselves, right? We have this culture that the more you do, the better, the more, let's do more. And, then we're winning and then we're accomplishing. And when we stop and we pause and we're like, you know what? I'm really happy right now with where I am. Taking a deep breath and being like, it's okay. I don't have to push myself to be something or to do something. It's like I can appreciate myself right now in this moment for where I'm at. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to really take the time to do that and be aware of how much you are pushing yourself some days because yes, we have to do that. We have things in our lives, we have jobs and whatever, we have responsibilities, we have things that we have to take care of, but you don't always have to push yourself so hard because when we're doing that, we're pushing to have to achieve. It's like the goal is always moving, right? It's like yes, this is my goal and now I'm changing it. Now I have to do more and I have to do this. And so when you can pause and you can say, you know what? I have accomplished all of these things. And I can pause today and I can take a moment to say, you know what, I'm really proud of you and be okay in that space. That is really where your happiness is in that moment. And then also, the other part of this is I want you to look at in your life, look at the world, look around you, look and see all of the beauty that is in our world and appreciate that today. Appreciate the little things, right? Appreciate um, the clothes that you have, the home that you live in, your friends, your family, the ability, the possibilities that we have, right, that are open to us. There are so many possibilities that different avenues or different things that we can strive for, that we can, work on achieving. We have so many options that we don't even think about. We take them for granted. And one of them, like I wrote down on your list too, is like appreciating your body, right? Appreciating that you have a body that moves and that can do things, appreciating nature, appreciating clean water, that you have water. Those are major things that we take for granted every day. We don't even think about it. It's just, it is there. So it's like it loses its, its appreciation factor basically. So think about that when you take a shower, when you're driving and you have the ability to, your transportation, you're able to have a car or get to where you need to go. That the other thing too is I was thinking about this, like my grandma, she lived in another country and when she came here, she was amazed and in awe that you could go like down the street and there was a grocery store. You could buy whatever you wanted in the grocery store. They had such a limited amount of what was available where she lived, and she didn't have access to that. They had to grow their own vegetables, they had their own animals, they had to make their own food. And we have a drugstore on every corner pretty much, in our most of our world, most of our lives, that we take it for granted. So I want you to think about that today, and I want you to just really realize the convenience that we have access to. And like I remember even with my grandma too, like they were one of the only people who had an actual bathroom in their house. When I went to visit when I was little, going down the street to the neighbors, they had an outhouse. They didn't have an actual toilet in their home. So these are major things that we really do take for granted and we do need to be grateful for and appreciative of. Being able to be safe, walking outside and knowing that. Okay, thank you. Because it's interesting. My guides are bringing forward that they want you to really look through the eyes of appreciation today for everything that you see, the nature, your loved ones, right? The hair on your head. Um, they're showing me just all of these things. They want you to just really look through your eyes today and see everything in a space of appreciation and awe. So that's your work today. I want you to notice if anything stands out to you, if you see anything that, just takes your breath away, because nature can do that for us. Rainbows, when we see things like that, there are so many things in nature that are just like incredible. So look at things from that perspective and please comment and let me know how this impacts and affects you, because you will notice a shift in how you feel today when you put your focus and your attention on appreciating everything in your life today. It will take the focus off of what you don't have and what isn't working, and it puts your attention on what you do have, all right, and what is working. So look at all of that today. I love you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Please comment and share your experiences.